wonder?
What's good, y'all? It's MJ. Welcome back to the Heir-Apparent Podcast. This is episode 4. I'd like to start this off with a moment of silence for the still sick and suffering alcoholic, the addict who will pick up for the first time, and the addict who will pick up for the last time and won't be with us tomorrow, followed by the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah, I haven't done this in a little while. I wanted to do this once a week. Life happens. I don't know. I'm not going to lie, I've been a little distracted lately. In a good way, though. I started seeing somebody, and she's awesome. I have a lot of fun with her. You know, we're not taking anything too serious right now, kind of just hanging out. But I have a lot of fun when I'm with her. We went to a comedy show last night at Helium Comedy Club in Philly. It was really good. The headliner was good, Adam Ferrara. He's in like Paul Blart Mall Cop. He's got a new movie with Vince Vaughn coming out. I forget what it's called. But like he's a pretty notable person. The opening acts were okay. 2 of them were like, One of them was pretty good. This like older 50-year-old woman. I call her old. 50 is not even that old, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we did that, and then we went to Barcade, which, you know, for me is something that I just had to be cautious about, is going into a bar. And I went to a bar 2 days in a row. I went to a bar Friday with her and my buddy Sean, who's like a brother to me. We went to New Hope, we went to Greenhouse to eat, and then we went to Havana, and we just kind of danced all night. I mean, the DJ was okay. But, I mean, I had a great time and I was sober. It was an empowering feeling, to be honest. You know, when I first tried getting sober, or I should say when I was pushed towards sobriety, introduced to sobriety, I had a completely different outlook. Alcohol, like being around me, used to bug me out. I used to fixate on it. I used to just obsess over it. Obsess over the fact that I felt like everybody else was able to do something and I'm not allowed to. I felt out of place. I felt like I didn't really belong there. And this is like with my ex-girlfriend's family, who couldn't have cared less. It's not even like I was out at a bar and I still felt that way. And I was anxious, and it was a mess. I think that's the thing about this time around, these last 4 months, is that I actually genuinely want to be sober and don't have any desire to drink. So I'm taking the power that alcohol used to have over me back. It doesn't affect me like it used to. It doesn't bother me like it used to. I don't care. That's what it comes down to. I don't care anymore. So yeah, we went to a comedy show. We went to Barcade last night. We had a great time. She kicked my ass. I'm not gonna lie. She kicked my ass in a bunch of arcade games. But yeah, you know, it was this is new for me, because for most of the last 4 months, I'm either at work, at my outpatient program, at an AA meeting, or I'm at home in my basement. I'm not out and about. But I've been feeling more comfortable doing that recently. And honestly, the people that I'm surrounding myself with are a big part of that. Obviously, I have my one friend who I don't mention by name because, I don't want to out her for being in recovery if she's not comfortable with that. But me and her go to meetings. We have a great time in meetings. Sean's like a brother to me. He's extremely supportive of everything I'm doing in my recovery. Always checking up on me. And this girl that I've been seeing doesn't treat my recovery as an accessory. When I'm around her, it almost feels like a break from being just so hyper focused on my struggle with addiction, which is, I don't want to call it relieving, but it's nice. Like, I don't, like, I get it. I'm an alcoholic. I got it. Thank you. I'm overly aware. I don't think about the fact that, I have all these resentments towards myself and other people. I don't think about how difficult it is to forgive myself when I'm with her. And like I said, we're not taking anything too serious right now, but we're enjoying our time together, that's for damn sure. So I'm just going to keep riding the wave with it, see where things go. She's a sweet girl too, man. Super sweet. Super, super sweet. So, yeah, but I mean, I'm still talking to my sponsor. I'm still going to meetings. I'm still doing everything I need to do for my recovery. A lot of times before I go out, I'll go to a meeting too. So, I'm definitely not ignoring recovery. Because a lot of times when you don't put your, well, I should say 99.9999% of the time, if you don't put your recovery first, everything else falls apart. That girl, she ain't sticking around if your ass goes back to drinking. That job, you're losing that shit because you're going to be drunk at work. Your friendships, your family relationships, they're going to crumble too. And I know that from experience. That's what this relapse period taught me this past year. Was everything that I built back up, everything that I cared so much about, I could lose like that. And I did. And I'm still trying to get a lot of it back. And some of it I won't get back. You know? My ex-girlfriend and my relationships with her family, I won't get those back. And that's just something I have to accept and be okay with. And I'm working on that. I mean, yeah, I loved her, but I loved her family too. And they loved me, and that's tough. I always think that that's like the worst part of when a relationship ends is your relationship with the people that you've come to know and love through them also end. And it's not for any other reason besides you're not seeing this person anymore. So you don't just lose them, you lose everyone associated with them. And that sucks. I mean, I was really, really close with my ex's dad. So close with him. Sucks. But it is what it is, and you got to find a way to accept it and keep moving forward, man. But yeah, I'm going back to the studio next weekend. I'm so pumped. So pumped. Me and Sean are going. It's going to be fucking awesome. I got my lineup of songs that I'm ready to just lay down. I know my boy Tanner's going to fucking cook that shit up. Make me sound crispy. Flows like butter. I'm pumped. Locked in. So locked in with making music, man. So incredibly locked in. You know, one thing that me and my sponsor have been talking about a lot is that, yes, I am an alcoholic, but I suffer from alcoholism. I have a problem with putting a bottle down once I start. That's not why I drink to begin with. It's not because I just want to drink. It's because I got other shit going on that I can't properly like handle and deal with in a healthy way. And that's what I'm learning how to do. Everything stems from fear. Everything stems from fear. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of repeating past mistakes. Fear of wasting life. I had to ask myself, what the fuck am I scared of? What am I scared of? And that's exactly what it is. I'm scared of wasting time. Because our time on this earth is finite. And yeah, I might not be where I want to be yet. Being a package handler at FedEx is not the end goal here at all. I think that goes without saying. My music career is not advancing at the pace that I'd like it to. But I have to understand why I do it in the first place. I'm not in it for money or fame or anything like that. I'm not trying to get famous. I'm not trying to get rich off it. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to get rich off it. I don't know if I'd really love being famous. That sounds like it kind of sucks, to be honest. You can't just like do normal things. And everywhere you go, people are just bother you. So, anyway, I had to realize why I do it, and I do it because I love it. It makes me feel good. Brings me pleasure. Brings me relief. Excuse me. It brings me relief. Just putting my thoughts down on paper in a creative way like that is just so calming. And I feel like this release of everything that I'm holding on to. That's why I do it. And I could lie and say that I want to help people, or, you know, if one person takes anything away from my song. No, honestly, I don't give a fuck. Would that be nice? Sure it would. I'd love to have some kind of influence positively on people's lives. Of course I would. That's not why I do it. It's not the reason I do it. The reason I do it is selfish. It's because I like it. Makes me feel good. That's just me being honest. Yeah, so, I mean, from where I was 4 months ago to where I am now, it's like a fucking 180. Just the way life's going. I mean, I was so beaten down and broken when I finally tapped out and was like, I need to go to detox. I can't keep doing this. I feel like shit. You know, I lost everything. I have nothing right now. Nothing. No job. No girlfriend. My family can't stand me. Can't stand being around me. Can't stand watching me continue to drink and kill myself. I hate myself. Can't even look at myself in the mirror. All I do is DoorDash to make enough money to drink. That's it. That was my life. What the fuck kind of life is that? What the fuck kind of life is that? How could I ever be content with that? How could anyone be content with that? But I did that for months. Some people do that for 20 years. I don't know how. I tapped out after like 4 months of that shit. I was like, no, thank you. I can't stand this. I will end up killing myself. At some point. If I kept doing that, ooh. So, yeah, I'm super pumped. Go back to the studio. I had a great time with this girl I've been seeing this weekend. I had a great time with Sean. I'm actually going over there tonight for the Super Bowl. I got the Chiefs 27-24. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with me. Got the Chiefs 27-24. Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP. I just can't bet against Patty Mahomes, man. Can't. The Eagles played a perfect game offensively last year, and they made maybe like 2 mistakes on defense, and that's the reason they lost the Super Bowl. That's insane. That's how good Patrick Mahomes is. You make 2 mistakes. That's it. You lose. I don't know if you guys can hear my cat snoring, but I can hear her through my headphones. It's loud. She's twitching and everything too. What are you doing, girl? Sorry. I just had to acknowledge that. She's like distracting me. But yeah, so life's pretty good right now, I'm not gonna lie. I should say it's a lot better than it was, that's for damn sure. I don't dread waking up in the morning trying to figure out how the fuck am I gonna get through another day, you know? And yeah, work kind of blows. I mean, my job is so labor intensive. I'm so just exhausted after. But I still find ways to do what I gotta do, you know? I said I was gonna read a book a month. I haven't read a page of a book yet this year. So I owe you guys 2 books this month. I think I'm gonna read Mac Miller's memoir. I think that's what I'm gonna start with. And then maybe Think and Grow Rich or 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I don't know. But definitely Mac Miller's memoir. Probably first. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. I mean, I know I haven't done this in a while, but um, one last thing I wanted to talk about was I was in a meeting on Wednesday, a men's step meeting, and we were talking about step 6, which is where we humbly ask our higher power to remove our shortcomings. And the 2 that really stuck out to me that I've struggled with is envy and lust. Especially when I first quit drinking, the first time I tried to get sober. Oh my God, I was envious of everybody. I was pissed off that you were able to successfully drink and I can't do the same. I was pissed off at the world. I was pissed off that people my age are more successful than I am right now. It's so envious. And lust, I mean, that's something a lot of people struggle with. I mean, they tell you not to date for the first year of recovery, but I have a hard time ignoring feelings. And honestly, with this girl that I've been seeing, I don't want to ignore these feelings. I like the way she makes me feel. I'm not just gonna I'm not just gonna stop seeing her because of a suggestion. Is that maybe not the best decision? Maybe. But also, my therapist even told me life happens. You can't control when you meet people, when people come into your life. And I'm not just going to push her away because a bunch of 75-year-old men in AA are telling me that this is a suggestion of the program. That book was written in 1939. The big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. It was written in 1939. There's a part in that book where they say, women are alcoholics too. What? Can you believe that? Women also can suffer from alcoholism? That's crazy. So yeah, I don't take everything in that book so literally. It's sort of like religion. I got the gist. I get the basic concept. You know, like the basic concept of religion. It's like, be a good person. Don't try to control every situation. Let go and let God. Same kind of thing with AA. Like, I get it. The purpose of this is for me to learn how to be a better person. But I don't take everything so literally. So what I'm telling you is I'm going to continue to see this girl because I like her. And that's really all that matters. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. All probably 15 of you. But I'd like to close this the same way that I opened it, with a moment of silence for the still sick and suffering alcoholic, the addict who will pick up for the first time, and the addict who will pick up for the last time and won't be with us tomorrow, followed by the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God's will, not mine, be done. Love y'all. Stay safe.
What up, Wonder?